Hello, dear students. Welcome to China Today. I'm Li Xi from Guangxi Normal University. Would you like to know about Chinese literature and arts today? In this coming chapter, we will talk about Chinese literature and arts today. This class, we are going to start with the first topic, Peking opera and other local operas. First, we will talk about the history of Peking opera. Second, singing, dialogue, pantomime, acrobatics, and martial arts will be discussed. And then we will move on to facial makeup of Peking opera. Finally, other local operas will be mentioned as well. Before we get started, let's appreciate a piece of famous Peking opera. Farewell, my concubine, 霸王别姬. Based on real events from more than 2,000 years ago, the opera recounts a famous tragic love story set between the Qin dynasty and the Han dynasty. Xiang Yu, king of the western Chu, is battling his arch-rival Liu Bang for control of the empire. The night before their final battle, Xiang's troops are outnumbered and surrounded by Liu's army. King Xiang hears Liu's troops singing Western Chu songs, suggesting his homeland has already been subjugated. Seeing the king is in deep despair, his concubine Yu performs a sword dance to show her devotion to him. Fearful of being a burden to the king during the ultimate battle, Yu commits suicide with the king's sword right after the dance. Okay, dear students, what's your impression of it? Do you think there are gorgeous colors, rich patterns, and various roles in Peking opera? Let's further explore it. I guess everyone knows that Peking opera is the most influential representative opera in China, which has 200 years history. Therefore, it is also called the national opera. However, do you know why it is called Peking opera? Does it mean that it is originated in Beijing? Actually, Peking opera is named after Jing, but it is not originated in Beijing. And why? Alright, let's get started with the origin of Peking opera. In 1790, to celebrate the 80th birthday of the Qianlong Emperor, the four great Anhui troops brought Huiji opera to Beijing to join the celebration. Their performances soon found an audience, making the beginning of the more than 200 years of history of Peking opera. In this way, Peking opera was born. The four great Anhui troops came to Beijing. They absorbed the singing methods of Peking opera come from Jinqiang opera and draws influence from Qinqiang opera and Kunqu opera and created a new singing style and finally formed today's Peking opera. Now that we know the history of Peking opera, let's have a look at its performances. In this part, we will talk about the musical instruments, the techniques of the performing, and the roles of Peking opera. The performance is accompanied by a tune played on wind instruments, percussion instruments, and stringed instruments. The main musical instruments are jinghu, a two-stringed bowed instrument with a high register, 乐琴, a 4-stringed plucked instrument with a full moon-shaped sound box. 三弦, a 3-stringed plucked instrument. 唢呐 horn, drum, gong, cymbals, and so on. Peking opera is a comprehensive performing art that combines music, singing, dialogue, pantomime, acrobatics, and martial arts. Hence, an actor or actress in Peking opera has to meet more requirements than that in other forms of performing arts. If we mention staging, the first feature pops up into our minds may be symbolism. There is no limitation in space or time in the stage of Peking opera. For example, an actor can practice the scene of galloping the horse just by using a horse whip without riding a real horse on stage. Another feature of Peking opera is its exaggerated artistic image. Let's take a look at the roles of Peking opera. Over the past hundreds of years, the roles of Peking opera have been simplified to today's 生, 旦, 净, and 丑, known as the four major roles in Peking opera. The 生 is the main male role, and the 旦 refers to any female role in it. The 净 is a painted face male role. He will play either primary or secondary roles. This type of role will entail a forceful character, so Jin must have a strong voice and be able to exaggerate gestures. The Chou is a male clown role. The Chou usually plays secondary roles in a troupe. In Chinese, Chou means ugly. This reflects the traditional belief that the clown's combination of ugliness and laughter could drive away evil spirits. Chou roles can be divided into wen chou, civilian roles such as merchants and jailers, and wu chou, minor military roles. Let's further explore the Peking opera masks. The main color in a facial makeup symbolizes the disposition and the destiny of the character. As one of the essential elements of Peking opera, the masks can help the audience better understand the opera. Well, to put it simple, red indicates devotion and uprightness. The most representative drama character is Guan Yu in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Black indicates either a rough and bold character or an impartial and selfless personality, such as Bao Qingtian, the famous incorruptible official in history. White suggests suspiciousness and craftiness, such as Cao Cao, another character in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Blue represents staunchness and fierceness. A green face tells the audience that the character is impulsive and violent and lack of self-restraint. Yellow signifies fearlessness and ambition. Gold and silver colors are usually used for gods and spirits. In recent years, Peking opera has experimented with incorporating pop music in its productions. Well, if you are interested in this kind of pop songs with the musical elements of Peking opera, you may listen to a song which is Painted Mask of Peking opera. Let's take a look at it. I guess Painted Mask of Peking opera. 唱脸谱节选。外国人把那京戏叫做北京 opera， 没见过那五色的油彩愣往脸上画， 四鸡头，一亮相，哇呀，美极啦，妙极啦，简直 OK， 顶呱呱。It actually tells us that the foreigners called 京剧 Peking opera. They have never seen designing faces with colorful paints. When there appears on the stage a typical Chinese-style pose with the mask and the gesture, the audience will surely give it the thumbs up. China has more than 300 forms of traditional opera, of which Peking opera is the most popular. Other local opera include 粤剧 Zhejiang opera, 黄梅戏 Huangmei opera of Anhui province, 川剧 Sichuan opera, 豫剧 Henan opera, and 粤剧 Guangdong opera, and so on. Recently, we Chinese, even people overseas, have helped demonstrate the increasing importance of various operas, particularly Peking opera, in Chinese culture. Dear students, this lecture comes to an end now, so see you next time. Bye-bye.